Hey, baby, I should have told you long ago.
Hey, thanks for logging in today with LOL with Miss Nikki here at IntellectualRadio.com. Summer's here, things are getting warm, and I want to touch on a subject that's a little personal to me. I know people who've been touched by this, and it's horrible. First of all, it's Memorial Day weekend, and I do want to do a shout out to all the vets who have put their lives on the line, who paid the greatest price for our freedoms. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, in this day and age, people are dying just because of gun violence. And our children, little by little, are leaving us. I was affected by this years ago. I lost a cousin at the age, he was 16, I was 17, to gun violence. And unfortunately, I went through the experience of actually identifying his body, watching family and friends come together, and all of us trying to get over what happened, and none of us ever being the same, and how it changed our lives forever. People don't understand that these people that are being murdered are somebody's child, somebody's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, and you are changing destinies and lives forever on when you remove somebody from this life. And I have a hard time dealing with that. You know, they always say, you don't know how you're going to go, that, you know, God's plan or whatever. I'm sorry, a 16-year-old, a 3-year-old, anybody should not go that way. That is a mark on the family that it's never gone. It's a scar for life. So on that note, please, 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 like I always say, communicate with your children at home. It starts at home. If you don't take care of your own, nobody else is going to do it for you. On that note, we are going to go to our sponsors. You're going to see who my lovely guests are in studio, and you'll see how all of this ties in. And because, you know, we're always feeding your brain here at IntellectualRadio.com. Thanks for tuning in to LOL with Miss Nikki.
Turn it up. Fatiqua Entertainment.
Yeah.
The company that knows how to party. Every event, from weddings to birthdays. We have the DJs and MCs to rock your crowd. We have the sound and light show to make it huge. And we have the talent and experience to always get it right. We are the party experts.
You already know. Hit him with it. Hit him with it.
Fatiqua Entertainment.
Get your insurance policy reviewed. The ladies at American Family Insurance will review and explain policy coverages, limits, and what they mean, so you can be sure you are properly protected exactly as you like and need. The Anna Heron Bassick Agency has been awarded year after year for providing excellent customer service. Whether it's auto, motorcycles, or life and home, Anna's agency deals with them all. Call Anna or Justina today for your free insurance review at 773-794-9200. That's 773-794-9200. Like them on Facebook at facebook.com AH Agency. They speak English, Spanish, and Croatian.
The weekend is near. Your event is around the corner. You need to look your best. Let Marquin Salon help you look good. They create everyday art with their clients' hair. Located at 2157 West Division Street on the southeast corner of Levitt and Division by St. Mary's Hospital. Marquin Salon is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sundays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they are closed on Saturdays. Marquin Salon, where first-time customers get 25% off of all services. Like them on Facebook, facebook.com/Marquin Salon, MarquinSalon. Follow Marquin Salon on Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. To make an appointment, call 773-782-8477. That's 773-782-8477. For questions and info, you can email Marquin Salon at marquinsalon@gmail.com.
Are you looking for cosmetic or reconstructive plastic surgery? Dr. Clark Shirla is a board-certified Chicago plastic surgeon and has worked with surgeons from Northwestern Memorial Hospital, Children's Memorial Hospital, and many others. Contact Northwestern Specialist in Plastic Surgery today and schedule an appointment to see Dr. Shirla about rediscovering your inner beauty and realizing the personal image you have always desired. Call them now at 312-266-6240. That's right, 312 266-6240. Or you can check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Chicago Plastics.
Your wedding day, a day that you've envisioned in your mind since you were a child. And now that it's becoming a reality, don't risk your once-in-a-lifetime event to a once-in-a-while amateur you found on Craigslist. The entertainment you choose for your special day can either make or break your celebration. You can never redo your wedding. But you can avoid a costly mistake by hiring a true professional. We make every wedding unforgettable. Welcome to Batiqua Entertainment.
And you are back with LOL Miss Nikki here at IntellectualRadio.com. Oh my goodness, you just heard about all my sponsors. Please like the LOL Miss Nikki page, and you can like my friends over at Batiqua Entertainment who provide music, magic, and lighting, sound, and whatever you want to your event. You don't need to have a reason to have a party to have a DJ. Just go have a party. Also, if you want to look good for that party, check out my guy Marquin Salon. Check out Montgomery Martha and see that he creates every day. Also, get insurance because you don't want to have an accident on the way to that car, or if something should happen to your home or any property, they can come life insurance, motorcycle. They got here in Balzic, American Family Insurance Agency. Also, don't forget, if you need a little spa, a little refresh, a little touch-up, check out my doctors, especially Dr. Clark Sherla over at NSPS. They always have different to maintain your skin and maintain that glow. So I know y'all are dying to know who I have in the studio. We do this every week. I always keep you in suspense. I've got with me Nicole This One Productions and a whole crew that are going to be filming. I'm going to let her tell it. Nicole, you want to tell us? I'm so glad to have you in studio. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, everybody here, for coming. And we're also on Facebook Live. If you happen to know that we're on there, like it, say something, be nice. It's Sunday, people. Nicole, tell me all about it. I'm dying to with you because you have just, my God, your background is incredible. I don't even know where to begin.
I'm just so excited to. Actually, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, we are about to bring out a movie I'm writing, but we're going to do a couple of series. We're going to do a web series at the beginning to just bring a little bit more to the table so that everybody can see us. It's called Hood Stories. It's awesome. You guys are going to love it. It's just everything you're looking for in a story. It's everything. It's going to have you in suspense. Not only is it going to have you in suspense, this web series we're about to do right now is going to bring the drama, the pain, the happiness, the joy, the everything of living in the hood. And when you hear living in the hood, everybody automatically think it's all about the negative things from the hood. No, we are trying to let everybody know that every person is not the same that's coming from the hood. The hood is a great place for some people. It's all in what you make it. So,
absolutely. And people don't understand that. You can take your lemons and either just have lemons or add vodka, as I like to do.
I thought you was going to say lemonade, but
Well, add a little vodka to lemonade. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm just saying, everybody has their flavor.
Exactly. So we're excited. We're excited to get the ball rolling.
Well, I'm excited that you have me as a part of the project. I play Aunt Pam.
Aunt Pam. She's an awesome woman.
That's right.
Aunt Pam is strong, like you are. Aunt Pam is amazing. We all have one.
My niece is here, Winter.
Hi there.
How are you?
Hey, Pam.
Tell us who else we have on the panel today.
I thought you were
Oh, wow. How everybody's doing out there? Happy holidays and be safe, be blessed. This is LaPrecia Hunter Brown, also known as Primo Cochise, from the South Side of Chicago. Really street oriented, and I'm not meaning that in a negative way. Just hands-on, just with my community, from Roseland to Bronzeville to Woodlawn to Humboldt Park to Inglewood, Auburn Gresham, South Shore, Grand Crossing, Chatham Pullum, Lawndale, all over the city, That's what we represent. And Hood Stories is just a riveting, gritty, up close and personal look that depicts the Chicagoland area. The story is mainly about 3 families just the impoverished side and the inspirational side of children that have hope in the city, because the city been so much stigmatized by police brutality, gang violence, gun violence, just politics, and we just want to give y'all a hands-on look at something other than what y'all been conditioned of thinking of as Chicago. Chirac. This is not Chirac. So don't let the movie fool you. And also, I was in that movie. So big ups to Spike. I'm not dissing. It's just this here's a little more. This is a first take, a first look at what you guys really need to learn. So you tourists still can come to Chicago and see, North Michigan Avenue and all our monuments and just really get a look. Don't judge a book by its cover. Come to Chicago and have fun, this summer. So what we giving you, Miss Nicolette Winter, and we just bringing this together, and hopefully y'all will enjoy. It's not gonna let you down. It's not gonna be anything like a black exploitation type of movie or a series, or it's just gonna be a real documentary that's real people lives. You know what I'm saying? Even for the guys that's locked up and the people that's going. But for my people out here in Chicago and y'all listening, man, we really have to, get out and stop this gun violence. You little guys out there, these guns, you have to stop, man. It's if y'all was trying to outdo these gang chiefs from the past and build your own name off of, killing, it's sad. I don't even remember the last time I seen the little girl ride her bike down the street, or jump rope, or play hopscotch, or I just seen two guys murdered in my alley. Right when I'm taking out my garbage, not across 2 blocks away, right in my alley. The same guys I see every day. So it's really getting out of hand. And for you guys that's out here, you rappers, and y'all making this type of music and promoting this on social media and the internet, y'all need to do something else, because I was raised under, a more social conscious awareness, and about, death, leaks, Gatlins, funeral homes, they're making a lot of money off us. We're killing us. You can't blame it on the police. You can't blame it on the Caucasian. You can't blame it on the Asian. You can't blame it because Obama hasn't visited us. We're killing each other over iPhones, card cracking, snatching purses, tattoos, FaceTiming. It's ignorance, and we have to stop. So, but back to the movie. Hood Stories, y'all tune in. We're gonna hopefully get up. Well, we're gonna get up a blog for you guys to leave comments, even suggestions. Hopefully we can talk to y'all live on air and do what we need to do, so we will be looking for other extras and other extras, actors and actresses aspiring or even solidified in the business, come out, take part in this. This is all about Chicago. This is giving y'all something that y'all can look forward to in years to come. This is Chicago's very own. So, I just want y'all to tune in, spread the word. We coming full blast. It's not sugar coated, it's not watered down, it's not diluted. So, things will hit home, things will hit you, things will be making you look in the mirror. So, just stay tuned. And with that, let Winter do what she do. Introduce this fashionista.
Before we go to Winter real quick, I want to make a point on something that you said. I am glad that you pointed out that the media shows you what they want you to see.
Yes.
People fail to realize things go on in Glenview, in Wilmette, in Highland Park, in other parts of the state of Illinois, not just Inglewood, Chicago, not just the south side of Chicago, not just on the highways. It's everywhere.
Yes.
The media just chooses to show you what they feel is going to be of interest to you.
Yes.
Right.
And unless you live in these other areas, you are completely unaware of that. It's like when people talk about Los Angeles, people don't realize there's a million other places in LA, Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach. You've got all these places that people don't, you hear LA, people automatically think Long Beach, Inglewood, LA, East LA. They don't think
Compton.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out, that it's very diversified is what's happening. Evanston is my hometown, and unfortunately, I have buried too many friends in the past year or two to gun violence who are my age that, you know, have kids, grandkids. It's not being talked about on the news.
No.
Yeah.
And also,
'Cause you hear-
excuse me. Also, like when y'all watch the news, watch they segment. The first thing they show you is violence. You know, violence attracts
Get you to watch.
people to watch. You know, if they promote little kids at the Art Institute, y'all not gonna watch. You know, nobody wanna. You know, everybody like it's just like when y'all run out and see a bloody movie. You know, it's the same thing. You know, they promote violence. So don't take that as, you know, being deterred from walking around your neighborhood and, you know, supporting each other. So just pay attention. Don't let the news fool you, man. It's all business. It's business as usual.
Just say a little bit like,
Introduce yourself. Let the people at home know who you are.
well, I'm Mook Jones. You may hear the name in many places, but I'm the only one. Everybody else is a copy. What I wanted to say was, as far as like he said, that movie. Remember American Gangster and the series and stuff, that did well. They pay attention to that. All those big gangster movies and stuff, they always did well. People can't stop watching Scarface. That movie came out in 1980 what?
I think it was 81. And it was actually not going to make it to the theater originally. If you read up on the history of that movie, it took a lot to get it to the theaters. Yeah. And when it became big, it's because a new generation of teenagers is who made that movie what it is, not the adults at the theaters. Yeah. That's what was crazy about it. It became this generation that happened to stumble upon this movie because it actually did not do well in the theater.
They have Godfather marathons.
Yeah.
All those movies, they haven't went anywhere. Those movies were out decades ago.
And look at the span in between.
Same kind of money.
The span in between each Godfather on top of.
Yeah.
They weren't done back to back. They were done many years apart.
Yeah. Right. He, Al Pacino and the people in there ever played.
I think he just turned 70 or 73.
And been a gangster.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, you had him there. You had him in Carlito's Way. Yeah. He actually played a cop who was blackballed in something Long Hot Summer or Dog Days of Summer. It's an old movie in between the Godfather movies. But there's been a couple. Because I may remember. He was a police officer who was a good cop. He did Serpico. There you go. The Long Days of Summer there was a gangster movie that he did with the same guy he was in Scarface with. That was his right hand. And it was around the time of Serpico. I can't think of the name of that movie. But yeah.
If you're talking about the one where they play lovers,
they were bank robbers.
Bank.
Yep.
Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon. That's it.
Can't get one past me.
See, there we go.
I go all the way back to Slaughterhouse, Public Enemy, all of that. I know. I watched. I mean, I was one of the ones. I was a fanatic.
But yeah, and it's sad that he was boxed into those films. I mean, when Denzel did the bad cop in Training Day, and then he went on to portray, an American gangster. Yeah. I mean, he just.
Did you see the copy of that? The bootleg copy of that movie.
Okay, we won't talk about hood stories.
Yes.
Not promoting nobody else.
Yeah. Back to hood stories.
And Hood Stories is coming out really soon.
Yes.
And we are not just promoting violence. We are really promoting a lot of
showing the positive side as well. And
just going to show you life.
And again, I'm Auntie Pam's niece in Hood Stories. Went to real name Tweka Brown. I'm just excited. Can't wait to get started. It's gonna be great people. We definitely want to make sure that the community gets all of what Hood Stories is about. Like Ms. Nikki was saying, that it's not just about the negativity. It's about everything. It's about the good parts, the family, and just everything. So hopefully everybody can grasp from it and learn something from it. Learn something about yourself. I'm sure we've all been touched by violence in some type of way. It's gonna be great. So I'm excited.
I want to know, Nicole, what was it about this story that you decided to bring it to life?
What brought Hood Stories to life was the fact that I just grew up, just growing up and watching. And I started watching different movies from people that did not live here in Chicago telling our stories. They can't tell our stories like we can tell our own story. Just watching these things was like, the movies are good, but they're untrue. Even Barbershop. I'm so sorry. I love the movie. I thought the movie was hilarious. It was just, no diss to Ice Cube, but he doesn't live here, and we appreciate the fact that he showed the violence and everything going on, but we need our story to be told from one of us. And also, just because there's violence out here, there's so much more. And I wanted to show that we come from the hood, but everybody's not the same, and when you hear the hood, you think negative. The hood is not all negative.
Not at all.
There's so much positivity from the hood.
True.
Growing up, I come from the Wild Hundreds. And growing up, everybody out there, we are family. Still in my community where I grew up, they throw a picnic every year. There's no violence. They're children from when we were just starting out as babies from 16 and 15. Now we all are adults, and we're bringing our children to embrace each other, to know each other, to have fun, to barbecue, and just to enjoy. Where are these things being shown? The children going away to college and be positive. We see all our young boys being gang banging. That's what you see. We have some excellent young men here in Chicago, and we just really want the story to be seen just from different points of view. We're dealing with family members, the love, the hate, the struggles between families, the struggle between sisters, the struggle between brothers. We are bringing that to the table to show that we have to change somewhere, and we're starting at home. So Hood Stories is showing what happens at home so that we can incorporate change for those out there who don't know how to change, so that they can see it somewhere. Because from right now, everyone, the younger community, it's music, it's movies.
I think we don't even have a sense of community anymore, to tell you the truth. Nobody is teaching the next generation any kind of tradition, like you're saying, like the barbecue.
Actually had to piggyback on that with the community thing. Like if you speaking on community activists, Black people, if y'all listening, I'm talking to us. Let's stop this Father Flager and these other guys that's older than 60 with, there's a big gap. That's what I'm saying, is it's a big gap between the young and old, and these pastors, the Meeks, the Brooks, y'all know who y'all are, man. Like, I'm not finna get up here and throw wool over your head, man. Are y'all really out here? Are y'all really helping? Or is it beneficial to the churches?
Well, here's the thing. Why doesn't it start at home? The disconnect between the generations starts at home.
True that. But that's not what I'm getting at. We talking about community activists. And sometimes you can't be in the community being an activist if you have to work and pay your bills. Absolutely. So the parents are at work. So, the church is the village. So, let's get out here. Let's just not.
It used to be not only just the church, but it used to be the schools. It used to be the youth.
How can it be the schools if they closing the schools? They closing the schools. Hold on. Kids don't have nowhere to go because these public park districts close the field houses.
Well, here's where it goes back again to where are people fighting for their community? Where are these people? Why are these people not voting? Why are these people not? The community is bigger than the people who have the stronghold. And if they would come together instead of fighting each other, a lot of these changes could have been prevented.
And if we work together, honestly, I'm sorry. No, wait 1 second. Let me just tell you this. I just think if 1 second we would, I'm just at the point now, and please tune in to Hood Stories. I'm just at the point now where there's no more point fingers. There's no more trying to figure out who went wrong, where they went wrong at. The thing with me now, and the reason why I wrote Hood Stories, is because we need to make a change within self. As far as the local school, the schools being closed, everything being closed, Correct. That's happening. But just because it's happening, we're going to use that as an excuse. What happened to when my mom had to be at work, and my the next door neighbor's mom had to be at work, and these different people had to be at work, and they couldn't afford babysitters and everything else. But they would stick and they would see. No, they would just think and they would incorporate help. So they would find positive resources for to put it together. That's if one mom would have to sit and watch 10 kids today, and then it happened to roll over to the next one. We have to stick together as family.
It's called
we
taking
cannot
responsibility.
use an excuse of anything. We need to stick together is my main thing. We need to work things out. There's no excuse. We're not going to get anywhere if we're blaming politicians, if we're blaming pastors, if we're blaming anybody else. Because I'm going to tell you this, nobody is 100% right. No. There's something wrong with everybody. But if anybody's going to get out here and at least halfway speak of trying to help anyway, I think we should just accept that, because we are so happy to accept all of the negativeness.
Absolutely.
Just everything. No, I don't care who you are. Okay, who you are. We need help. And we have to start within us. We have to start at home. I even posted that on my Facebook. It has to start at home. If I can go outside, if I can go in the house right now and fight my sister and fight her till we get blood, till we hit each other, fight each other, but then I can go outside. What do you think I care about the next person?
Nothing.
I don't. I have no respect for life anymore. We need to respect life, and we have to respect life at home. Parents, cousins, sisters, uncles, grandparents, everybody. You're not that tired, because if I throw a party right now and tell everybody it's free drinks and free food, it's crowded. And I'm sorry, but if I say parent night or teacher parent night at school, so the cars is less. You know, our children should be what's important. Our children, you know, nobody else is going to care about our children if we don't care about our children. If I can throw a party and pack a house just from free parties, I should be able to have that same impact for a school.
Absolutely.
And that will show the kids somebody care.
Well, the reason. Listen. I want to tell you something. Water flows downhill. It's a lot of things that y'all saying, but there's an order of everything. It comes order. It's just like laws. Politicians, they say, why blame the politicians? Because it comes from the top. Politicians make laws. Law rules the land. If law dictates what you do in your home, what are you to do? Okay, law says you can't chastise your children. Where did that law come from? Because that's not God's law.
Okay, let me stop you right there. As a mother, and I'm saying this as a mother, I am not saying this as Aunt Pam, as Miss Nikki, nothing. I'm saying this as a mother. As soon as I got pregnant, I knew I was responsible for that child within me. Exactly. It is my responsibility to teach my child the difference between right and wrong as early as possible. It is my responsibility to teach her to be a responsible citizen in society and what goes on with law. It is my responsibility to take care of her, not anybody else. Yes, I do need resources. Yes, I do need things to happen. And I need to show my child by going to parent-teacher conference night, to anything that they need at that school, even if it's they need a parent in the room that day. My child is now seeing me as the example of what I do in my community.
But let me tell
That's
you
what I'm saying about starting at home.
I hear you. Sounds good. But deal with realities of things.
But that was my reality, raising my child.
24 hours in a day, right?
Absolutely.
8 hours you sleeping. Right? More than likely. That's what I'm saying. If you
maybe
break your day down,
5, 6, 4.
I would love 8 hours.
Break your day down how it should be.
8
hours is teaching. 8 hours of schooling. How much time they in school? About 8 hours, right? Maybe give or take, right? Okay. That's when y'all go back to the community, right? That's why they say it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
They're in someone else's presence because you got to work too. Nearly more than they're in yours. Because the hours that you may be up teaching them something, short amount of time. Because then they have to go to sleep and get ready for the next day. It's a short amount of time. It's a lot of times they're raising each other, and that's why it comes to community.
That's true.
You know, when it comes to community, what is community? Communication, unity. Put it together. That's community. You have to have that because they're going to be out of your presence. I don't care what you think. They are going to be out of your presence.
And some people are truly blessed to have their families involved, not just solely community. Each dynamic is different, but what I'm saying is that example that you are giving that child before that child even starts school. within those
Yeah,
first
that's
3 to
right.
4 years. That child doesn't come straight out and go to school.
Not you
Right.
right.
Okay.
You got to be taught
So
something.
you need those.
I've been glad y'all touched on some of this stuff.
That-
Good
You
know
stories
what,
is touching on all of this.
You know what?
Incorporate all of this.
Mhm.
You know we've been telling our children for a long time now.
What's that?
Can't tell my children nothing. Don't tell my child.
That's what a problem is.
Okay, now we
That's
getting
what
past. We
I'm saying.
getting
Exactly.
this. Let's do this. Okay, if this is intellectual radio, so let's do this. We're gonna go by on why this is like this in the present.
Okay.
Okay. Prime example. We're gonna go to the 90s. My inner city people, females, males. We was wrapped up in street orientated behavior on both parts. So you might have a woman, black woman, inner city woman, 3 children, 3 baby daddies, 1 in jail, 1 dead, 1 is moved out of town with another woman. That woman who had these 3 children didn't even finish school. She was wrapped in this man making so much money by selling drugs, she put her life on the back burner. Now she's in the 2000s. Her children are of age. They watch their mother do this behavior over and over and over again, so many years. So the disrespect level is reached the all-time high. They won't listen to their mother, because their mother didn't work. This is what they saw. So these women, young 19, 20, 21-year-old women, they out here stuck. They don't have no aunties because their aunties was doing the same thing that the mother was doing. So the dysfunctional families are everywhere all around this city. So we can say, yeah, it starts from home, but what if the home was dysfunctional? Have y'all ever just really thought about that? What about when these guys was out here having these kids, but they was gang chiefs?
Okay,
let's
start there.
So
what is a normal home today? What's considered normal?
I couldn't even tell you.
There's no such.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as a normal home.
But I think, I'm sorry, you guys.
If we gonna keep it real, man, look, we gonna keep it real. I'm a realist. I'm a millionaire.
What I think we need to do now is, okay, like everyone's saying on the panel, they don't know what a normal home is like, right? You guys tune in to Hood Stories. We're going to show you what a normal home will be. It's whatever home you are in, changing and putting positivity inside of these homes. It doesn't matter where you grew up from. If that young lady in the 90s, she grew up, she was dealing with a dope dealer. She had 3 different baby daddies, 1 dead, wherever the other ones are at. Guess what? Right now, it's not over. Go back to school. I just saw an 81-year-old woman on Facebook.
True.
Went back to school. Go back to school.
And stay off Facebook with selfies.
And if your children are disrespecting you, respect is not given, it's to be earned. You can start now. There's no excuse. Change who you are. That is the reason of Hood Stories.
And we're not saying it's an excuse. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just putting it in your face because this is real life, man.
Absolutely.
What I see is real life. I don't see Little House on the Prairie and I'm seeing real stuff, and I'm only gonna speak real talk, bro. That's it. That's all.
There's a big difference between excuse and reason. There's a big difference. Giving you the reason is just giving you a detailed itemized list of this is why this is happening. That's just reason. Excusing it is like saying, oh, okay, well, it's okay. No, we're not saying it's okay.
Not at all.
We're giving you the whys and the why nots. They're different.
I want to hear from Winter. She said,
I'm just listening.
And this is my family. This is what we do.
I'm listening to everybody's views, and everybody's right because everybody comes from a different place. It's not all the same place. The hood is universal. It's not just where you live, where you come from. It's universal to the world. So they're talking real stuff. Me, the type of home I came from, not to down my mom or anything like that. My mom did what she did to take care of us. My mom was a very positive person. She motivated us, tried to take care of us the best way she could because our fathers were deadbeats. They didn't do anything for us, So with that being said, like my home, when my mom married a dude who's crazy, kind of dysfunctional household, we had a choice. Right. I dealt with dudes who were dope dealers and all kinds of stuff, So I seen a lot, coming up and stuff like that. But I didn't allow that to block my view, to block my vision, what I believe to be out there. True. I didn't allow it to block anything. I was still an artist. I was still a singer. I was still positive. I found a way. And my way was through thinking and researching and studying. And people don't get into that.
Well, yeah.
Because they don't have, everybody doesn't have somebody to talk to them. Everybody doesn't have somebody that's going to say, you know what, now you come over here, you don't need to be around that. I had that in that dysfunctional home. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, everybody doesn't have that. So people, that's you.
Exactly.
You don't know about their life. You can't say that. So what Hood Stories is going to do is try to tap into every aspect of what your home could have possibly been, what it could be, and where it could go if you wanted to go there.
And how you can change it.
Exactly.
And don't lose faith. You know, we lost faith with our faith, our higher powers, whatever it may be. Muslim, you can be, I don't care, Catholic, you know, you can be Amish, I don't care, you know. But you know, you got to believe in something. And it starts with yourself. Might start with your Holy Father, I don't know, but we have to bring spirituality back to life.
Yes.
You know, you have to believe in something. These children and these teens and these young adults, they don't believe. They discouraged, you know. They don't
believe in themselves.
They don't believe in themselves.
They look forward to dying.
You know, and they have no hopes.
They have no they don't it's put in you.
It's instilled.
It's what's instilled in you. They don't believe in self because, like they say, words are powerful. So
yes.
if no one is telling you are great, why would you believe it? You don't believe stuff like that until you are told. Just like she said, yeah, you got a choice. But there are 4 options. No one makes your choice. You do or you don't. But those options that you have may not be good. Mm-hmm. So you got this thing called the lesser of 2 evils.
Mm-hmm.
Key word is.
And our black people, my black and my brown people, excuse me, because I'm sorry, we have brown people too, and I love my brown people, my Hispanics and Latinos, my community over there in Humble, big shouts to Humble Park, Wickle Park, you know, Cicero, you know, everybody told them, but you know, I'm just here to check us because we need to be checked, and also balanced. Just tune in, you know.
That's right.
My brown people, we welcoming all Hispanics, you know.
Everybody.
We're not Trumpish. We love you.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm gonna give you a little background. Mm-hmm. I grew up on the southeast end of Evanston, the low end, not the slow end. Okay, we had everything. We had Hispanic, black, white, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to label per se and say in the just the black community, only because I didn't grow up that way. It's either we was all poor, we was all rich, we was all having a good, bad, whatever. We did it together. You know what I'm saying?
Rich and poor.
Amen. But I didn't grow up seeing black or white. You know what I'm saying? I grew up seeing were you 100 or were you on some BS?
Half and half.
That was all it was. You know. I grew up, people were like, oh, well, you were from a suburb. Yeah, but what you didn't know was my dad died when I was young. My mom raised me by herself. She was first generation from the Caribbean here, raised me on her own. I made some bad choices. I learned, and it made me who I am today. I took those experiences and made a positive life for myself, thank God. When I got with my daughter's dad, we were together 14 years. I got rid of him, raised my daughter by myself.
Options change.
You know what I'm saying? Options change. But I took on 5 part-time jobs and 1 full-time job to keep her in her school, not to make no changes for her. Got cancer and still work. I'm still working. So when I tell people, you know, people are always, oh, but baby, I'm going to chemo this week. You want to tell me what?
God bless.
Thank you. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, when you think your life is rough, remember, I'm going to go to chemo and then I'm about to go get on stage, do what I got to do. Exactly. If I can't be an example to somebody else, if I can't be a blessing to somebody else, then what's my purpose?
That's true. That's true. And I look at it like that. I also say, you know, my story, I will not reveal my story right now.
Come on.
Not because I'm embarrassed about my story, but because I just want those of you who know my story, I just want people out there to know, do never judge a book by its cover. Oh, I have a true story, but where you're from is where you're going. It's what you're doing. I will not look behind me. I will always look in front of me. That's something people have to understand. I will never forget. But we all are somebody. You all just have to know that everybody's beautiful. Everybody's wonderful. I don't care what anybody say. Nobody's born just directly trifling and ugly and nasty. No, you're not. You are not what, people say you are. You have to believe in yourself. I believed in me. My children, every day I tell my children, you're great, you're wonderful, you're amazing. And I do that for a reason. I tell myself, we all go down and get down in days. You're great, you're wonderful, you're amazing. Because if don't nobody else lift you up, you have to learn to lift yourself up.
I think one of the bad things that the media has
called self-esteem.
Absolutely. And I think the media portrays a lot of things too, where it's always what people are forgetting. They're losing themselves. They're not looking at, this is my goal. This is my, and like, for instance, I'm a comedian. So my goal and my journey and my grind is not going to be the same as somebody else's. So I can't hate on nobody.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say, oh man, this person's doing this, they're doing that. Why me? Why me? Right. It's my grind. If I'm not getting up every day and hitting the mic, guess what? That's on me. If I'm not out there networking, that's on me.
That's right.
Like they say, I heard them say that what people think of you doesn't mean anything. It's not entirely true. What people think of you means a lot. But what they think of you is determined by you. You are the one who creates what people think about you.
Right, but we allow ourselves to say to somebody, like, if you say something negative to me, I have to allow you that power to hurt me or make it change me for the negative. Right. That is my choice to allow it to just flow off of me or to accept that. And people don't know the difference. People are hung up on every word that somebody says. You may not know nothing about comedy, but you want to tell me something and tears me down, breaks my heart. And I'm going to sit here and go and cry in a bucket of Haagen-Dazs. But you know what? You ain't never did what I did. Yeah. And I didn't take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't stop and say, wait a minute. You've never done this.
Some of the people that say this stuff don't even believe what they're saying.
No.
They know it's not even true.
Just
they're just saying it.
I think
because they got lips.
And I think the youth is falling like victimless into like false idolatry. You know, everything they seeing on these internet sites, these videos, that's the quickest way to make money to them. Like, they don't see people coming in the community hands-on, just really they can touch and they can feel. You know, sometimes children just want to be around you and look in your face and really just watch what comes out your mouth, you know. But when they just see stuff on TV and when they go outside their doors, it's not there, they become hopeless.
There's no action behind the words.
So so it's like we're being conditioned every day by just turning on the TV, you know, because the parents, like we said again, they're not at home to kind of like guide them. They have to pay bills. So it's like a very fine line.
I'm gonna tell you, my mama took me to work with her. I watched mama. Listen, my mama took me to work. She cleaned houses.
But everybody
we would get on the bus every day, clean it. Like, when I watched the movie To Help, that moved me because it brought me back to my mom going to work every day with all these women on the bus. I experienced that. And I watched her break her back day in, day out. My dad took me to work with him. I watched him do his thing. Right. My daughter watched me deliver food in horrible neighborhoods. And I would play like I was coming home from work to deliver that food because, you know, I had to figure it out. I couldn't let them know.
And not to downplay, not to downplay you, but that's just 1% probably out of working class people. You know, everybody can't bring that they kids to McDonald's or Dave and Buster's or Sharks or working as a CTA employee or a mail or a postal service employee. You can't do it, and you can't find babysitters because you're scared of what's, you know, you don't want to lay your child in somebody else's household at this day and age. Back then, yes, that was all gravy. You know, you knew your neighbors. You knew you could spank that ass if she got wrong. Well, spank that booty if somebody got out of line. But
talking about a meal, that's all.
You know, I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
What I was saying was the reason why that happens is because we are visual. Seeing is belief.
Exactly.
And don't take it personal if somebody don't believe in you, because there's a lot of people don't even believe in God because they ain't seen it.
Right.
That's why they don't do it. We visual. You know, it's like I said, we went out. When people are successful nowadays in our community, when people get to the point where they're able to leave, able to move out of the impoverished neighborhoods, low income, or whatever you want to call it, whatever they're calling it now, because it changes the name. We know who stays behind. the gangster, the dope dealer, the pimp, they're still there. And all so on and so forth, the card crackers, or whoever it is that is doing the criminal behavior, which is glorified, they are still there.
Yeah.
So what they see is, this is the way for me this the road to riches. This is the only way I can have something. Because when you become a doctor and the lawyers and all that stuff, they pack up and leave.
But what's crazy, those that you behind, I've never seen an old pimp and an old drug dealer.
I seen some old. Can we sell hoes?
No.
You just
You
just did it. Like,
but you know what I meant. Well, old ladies at night.
Yeah, street walk.
Okay.
Just
Street
got
walk.
to
Okay.
But it happens. I've seen it. I seen it.
I haven't seen the old ones
I've seen
either.
stuff.
I'm just
But
saying.
I understand your point.
Well,
But let's go back.
to hood stories.
Yeah.
We're gonna show it all to you. You're gonna see it all. Everything. Well, it ain't gonna be a stone unturned. You're gonna know about it. If you didn't know about it, you're gonna see it. Then
Right.
you know, and better believe it. Because like I said, seeing is believing.
Right.
Well, real quick, so I want to get to how you're planning to do this web series so people can see what we're talking about
Yes.
coming up and like how soon they can.
They will see it as soon as July 1st. July 1st, we will be airing our very first web series. Will come out July 1st on YouTube. We will be making sure, and you guys we're going to put up information for you to be able to get more information on it. You can go to my fan page where you will always be able to see what's going on right there. That's Nicole This One Entertainment, Facebook.
And we have some phenomenal characters with real lives. I play Money. I'm a married man. Hopefully, I have two girls, and I'm taking care of my children. But I have another side to me that you guys just have to tune in. And these characters are going to be very relative. You can relate to them. You might even know them. You might even be one of them. So just pay attention, and I hope that we all get some out of this, because we're going to be around for a long time. Yeah. This is not nothing makeshift. This is not nothing fly by night. This is something that must be done. And when we speak on hood, it's just not Chicago hood. It's Baltimore. It's Florida. It's Jackson, Mississippi. It's Detroit. It's Houston, Texas. It's Oakland. It's Washington D.C.
Everybody got a hood.
It's hoods everywhere. It's hoods in Italy. It's hoods in Dominican Republic. It's in Canada. Like wherever you feel like there's a struggle, there's a hood. So just tune in and just give it a chance. And be real with yourselves.
Where can people find you on social media, Money?
Me, I'm La Priest Brown. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm Sup Famo. That's me. Facebook. I think I got like 5,000 friends. I probably got to delete some people to, but y'all still can, request me. But I've done Chirac. I've done Empires, High Kings, Bodyguard. This summer I'm doing Transformers. Did a stint in Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I'm one of Chicago's very own. I'm out here grinding, and I'm a real cat. You see me eating salt and sour potato chips sitting on the car. It's okay. You can approach me. I'm just like y'all, man. I love all y'all out there. Whatever y'all need, y'all can come to me. I'm talking to the little guys on the streets, man. From state to the lake, west side, east side, from Pulaski to Escanaba. We all the same, man. So let's just have a peaceful Memorial Day, and think about those visuals and those people's on shirts. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be on no shirt, man. That shirt gonna fade away. Either you're gonna be remembered or you're gonna be missed.
Hood stories,
and
man.
that's a big difference.
Hood stories. It's gonna be all that, a bag of chips, Laffy Taffy.
We gotta tell everybody you gonna be actually performing this week.
Yeah, actually Tuesday at Refuge 416 South Clark, 9 p.m. I'll be performing. Come out, hear me sing. Winter, I'll leave a mystery to you guys. She's a chameleon. We're just gonna put it at that. But excited hood stories. Let's get it.
She's dope. Winter's dope.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Instagram, Twika B. Okay.
Mook Jones. Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
I'm on Facebook, Mook Jones. Everywhere I go, it's Mook Jones.
Are you on Instagram or anywhere else?
Instagram, Mook Jones. I don't.
In the streets,
I don't change it up. Yeah, that's when you see me. When you see me, shoot a deuce and say, "What's up, Mook Jones?"
Mook Jones.
You know, that's all you got to do. I'm everywhere, man. I'm like Savoir Fair. I'm everywhere.
And I'm so proud of Nicolette. She's one of the up and coming producers, CEOs, fashionista. She's doing it all, and she's definitely cut from that cloth. This is not nothing suburbanized. This is nothing. She
forgot about
one more thing, y'all. In Hood Stories, it's gonna be a whole lot of hood fashion. Shout out to Alonzo Jackson at Fashion Geek, Daryl at Style Gods. Shout out. It's a whole lot of people, man. They gonna be there.
It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent.
One Accord, Jay Boogie. Y'all know about him, Barbara Bates. Yeah, they all gonna lend a hand.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, I mean, you are all fantastic role models for the younger generation. I mean, especially as a woman, Nicole. I mean, you're a mom on top of having its own. I only have four kids than I do, so I get it. It's like all of you guys have. Believe it or not, somebody's going to take away from this show today.
Yes.
Somebody's going to take those words that you all have said and look up to you. And you may have changed somebody's life today.
Hope so.
And that's what I'm hoping for. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that this project, will just be global. And
I am too.
And that everybody can take away from
this.
Because, like I said, absolutely speak it into existence. Amen to that. Yeah. I mean,
we'll be here periodically.
I've had people say to me, "Oh my God, your voice, you're so ghetto, this and that," and I'm like, "That's what you call it? You ain't seen nothing." Let me flip that switch for you.
This my family here. This is my family. These my sisters. This is my brother. And it's and I want y'all to understand something out here, all you viewers and you listeners. It's okay to disagree.
Yes, absolutely.
So and that's one thing we're afraid of in the community. Ain't nothing wrong with being a great debater, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we have one cause, and that's for peace, and to be productive and to love one another. So if we can just do that, we'll be okay. Everything else is gonna come.
One more thing, I just want you guys to know something else. I'm not just a writer of hood stories. I write music. So if you need any of your music needs, contact me.
By the way, you want to shout out to who you have written for, because I'm
Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
What? People fail to have known that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But I'm writing music. Music is something that I do. I'm a writer, versatile. I do a lot of writing, not just hood stories. I write music, plays, poems, movies, anything else that you need. I got you. I can do that. So make sure, again, you get me on the Coldest One
Coldest
fan page.
And I'm thoroughly excited to be a part of this project, to be in Pam.
Yes.
I'm excited to bring it to life. And
Baldhead like I said, told me.
I'm so touched.
Baldhead really introduced you and shout out to Baldhead.
Yes.
Baldhead. Hey, if you don't put a smile on his face, I'm going to say his real name.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
You're going to end up on a milk carton. Anyway, that's a whole nother movie. Baldhead is going to be filming his Netflix DVD. Y'all get on Facebook.
I won't have.
Find out. Get them tickets because you do not want to miss this show. Yeah. I'm going to be front and center with my husband. I'm going to make him charge double to my husband for that. Okay. But no, shout out to Baldhead. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I would not be here with these lovely people today.
Yes, and that was so awesome.
Baldhead
really just let me know how awesome you were.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know I've been running around with God all this time. You owe me something.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna go out on this song that I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the show is Marissa by Machine. They're the ones who did that song, That Before the Grace of God. If you're a house head, you will know what that track is. Give it up to the Coldest One, Money, Winter, and Mook Jones. Baldhead. Shout out to you, my love, and
thank you, Intellectual Radio. Tune in, everybody. Keep it going.
I'm gonna tell you what I say every time before we get off the show: laugh till you cry, or cry till you laugh. But either way, keep laughing. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. LOL, Miss Nikki.
I said, how long will it take, Marissa, to wait?